My relationship with God over probably 40-some years has been kind of a roller coaster ride. And I guess when Joanne called and asked if I was interested, I told her, I said, I got a lot to say. Because to be where I am now, I had to realize how bad it really was. When I was a teenager, actually before then, I went to church every Sunday. My mom was a Sunday school teacher. My father at one time thought about becoming a preacher. And when I was 12 years old, we moved to Central Michigan. We started to farm, raise rabbits and horses, and we just didn't go to church anymore. So it was just kind of taken out of my life, and if I wanted to get religion, I had to watch it on TV. And, well, I moved again across the state 2 years later, and like every boy, I met a girl that was in a youth group, and I started going to youth group with her, and the first week I went, we talked about, was Jesus who he was, or was he just a man? And I'm like, wow, that's taboo to have a discussion about questioning Jesus. But I'm like, this is cool. And it was all different nominations all over the area that had this group, so they were open to anything. And I really enjoyed it, plus they had things for the youth to do. It kept me out of trouble, kept all of us out of trouble. And all of a sudden, things just went wrong. My best friend died. 2 weeks after my best friend died, my girlfriend who was in the group with me left. 3 months after that, my horse died, my best horse. I worked on a stables, and I had 40 horses, but this was my horse, and I was devastated. After that, 3 months later, I found out it was moving here. And after that, 2 months later, my other friend, my next door neighbor, had committed suicide, and it was like, where's God? You know, I couldn't go back to the youth group because my girlfriend was there. And I moved here, and I never realized how mad and angry I was because I kept it inside. I didn't go to church. A couple years later, I tried going back to church. I went Sunday morning, I went Sunday night. I enjoyed going to church. One day I didn't show up to church because I had to work on a car. And the pastor actually came to my house and told me I was going to go to hell because I did not go to church that day. So I didn't go back. And so for years, I wasn't an atheist, but I could have been pretty close. And when my mom and dad came and said, we tried this church downtown, maybe you should go, and I said, well, I'll try it. And Shelley went, and I went, and I met some people who had similar interests, and I listened every week, and I was really interested. But what I was finding was Monday was good, Tuesday was good, and by Sunday I needed uplifting again. And, well, when I went to the hospital last year, because I wasn't coming to church full time again, I had a lot of time to think. And Joe got up here about, maybe 6 months ago, and he had the same inkling as what I was taught. God was up there. He was this guy. He was at a desk, and he decided who went to heaven and who went to hell. And I'm like, that's what I was taught. And I'm like, after he taught me, I finally got it. And it wasn't that I was ignoring Joanne, but I finally got it. It's in here. And I am at so much peace now that when it finally connected. And that's why now I can look back over the history and go, wow, it was bad. I mean, my dad and I got along great until I went through that turmoil, and it took probably up until 5 years ago to be at peace and to go, you know what? I don't miss Michigan anymore. I don't miss my friends up there or anything, because I just couldn't get over that, and it was because I was in turmoil. And now I'm just, God to me now is peace. I shine my light more. I'm not out for the mighty dollar. If someone needs help, I'll do it, and that's where I'm at, and I hope to stay here.